Greetings YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I have had a couple requests for this video and I do get somewhat excited to make videos of things that I see multiple hours a day, every day. And that leads us to the question, how much has the November AI shift affected the arena? A little bit, a lot, not at all. You can see that I've already, in the first 24 hours of the arena, because I am crazy, done all the Summoner Trials milestones. And really, I could stop now, and even though I'm not going to get the top 10%, and I am going to continue to go back into these arenas for a combination of hero use points when it's applicable, and, of course, arena wins. And I always want to start off my tip to people who wait until those 22-hour events to do the arena. Get your 7 stars locked in for more points so that right when the arenas start, you can be ready to go, and then their times will already be refreshed, and so you get bonus points in those events. And every unit counts because we're so close to Cyber Week. And I've had people tell me, yeah, we're really close to Cyber Week, but I care the most about gifting or the banquet or whatever they're going to call it this year. Well, units still, of course, very much matter in that regard too. So there are 2 things that I've seen as big changes to the arena this month. Of course, one of them is just the champions that Kabam chooses for matchups. I have been fighting in the arena over all 3 arenas, but especially the 6-star featured and 6-star basic. Really tough opponents. I have been fighting a lot of champions that I just hate fighting in Battlegrounds and that are really good defenders, and I'm sure Kabam has the numbers of who gets the most kills in Battlegrounds, and they can use that data to make tougher matchups, especially when you're trying to get your infinite streak on through matches like 10 through 15 for a win streak, and it could even be 15 to 25 based off some of the data that's been sent in the channel this week. So we're talking about, like, who we're talking about, right? I fought a lot of Absorbing Man. I fought a decent amount of Kindred. I fought some of our old favorites like Medusa. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but when you have an arena team that you're trying to use to get points, and they throw out Absorbing Man, Bishop, and let's say, for the sake of argument, Nightcrawler, it's not going to be easy even if the AI is cooperating. Now, it's not as bad as it used to be. Look, some people have told me it's the worst ever, and for them, I guess it is. But I'm going to tell you what I see on my channel from my experience, even if it's different than what you see. And I'm not saying that if you tell me that I see something or vice versa that I'm right and you're wrong, because that's not how it is. But I have seen passive AI return, especially because another person I fight a lot is Hyperion. Hyperion continues to be somebody who feels like he's at an all or nothing node, and the minute, or maybe really the second, that he hits a special 3, suddenly he wakes up like a wild Snorlax, waking up from its slumber, and he wrecks you with a special 3. That is almost like clockwork for me. The other person that wakes up in a slumber, and this has been consistent for years, but I think the AI has made it even more apparent, at least to me, is Thing. Thing, when he has 15 rock stacks on him and you need him to go to that unblockable special so you can refresh that, not having it. Gets you into a corner, refuses to throw it. And then the minute or the second that you hit him and he gets the unblockable, or I guess you should say the unstoppable, goes down to 12, and then suddenly fires off the special. And that's where Thing gets tricky, when you have to get him to 15 and reset it. So I think in some cases it's more passive, but the matchups are just tougher. I think Kabam knows that the arena is going to be the most active in the next 2 months. between Cyber Week and gifting from November to the end of December, people want free banquet crystal opportunities for units, and of course they want free Cyber Week offers. It makes perfect sense as to why that is. But the sacrifice of that, in hindsight, is to have people who just do not, for any reason, think that they can do it, because between the arena being really difficult and really frustrating and really boring, and then the AI not cooperating, it's just a tall task. So, the AI has shifted, but I think more than the AI, the matchups are just tougher. And so you're going to have to work at times to get through these matchups. And if you don't have a counter to Bishop, or my personal favorite, when you're just casually playing the arena and not really paying attention, and I do run full recoil masteries, and suddenly I look up and my Wolverine has taken a heavy from Archangel, and I am gonna be knocked out because those neurotoxins. It feels like when I use Archangel and I do a heavy, I get like 1 neurotoxin if I'm lucky, but if they do it to me, they always get 3 immediately. That's a humbling experience, and that happened to me already this week. So, that's my feedback. I know there were some people who wanted this video to be me just saying the arena is like impossible and super tough now. I don't find that to be the case much, but I do find instances where it's more difficult. But I also have a really good roster, for lack of a better word, that's made to counter the hardest matchups in the arena, and a lot of people don't. If you're looking to advance your roster to the point that maybe you want to be better in the arena, I would highly recommend for both your 6 and 7-star champions that you develop synergy teams that you can count on in the arena to get through the toughest matchups. I have Hercules and Falcon and Captain America Infinity War as a trio. I've got Nick Fury, Thighs, aka Black Widow, Deadly Origin, and Captain Marvel Movie. I've got Doctor Doom, Black Widow, Clairvoyant, and infamous Iron Doom. I've got the holy Domino Trinity of Massacre, Red Hulk, and Domino. And then I've just got champions that go together really well for fun, like Corvus, Scorpion, and Nimgod, or Lady D, Warlock, and Hulkling, or Omega Red, Colossus, and Red Guardian. And I've memorized these teams so that when I get to the toughest matchups, I just kind of relax a little bit. And I know a lot of people don't have this many rank 5, 6 stars, and rank 1 and rank 2, 7 stars, but the synergy team strategy remains the same. So that is my feedback. We talked about the AI, we talked about tougher matchups. I still would recommend, if you want to try to save money and get more banquet crystals or offers for Cyber Week, to do this strategy with the arena, but just know there are going to be some times where you think, this just absolutely sucks.